What is going on, fellow FanDuelers? And this is a rare afternoon episode of Grade A Fantasies, Grade A Picks on Prize Picks. Before we get into what today's main show is all about, let's just take a look at the review of what happened last Sunday. David Montgomery smashed, Bijan and Henry struggled, Joshua Dobbs decided to stay in that pocket. And look, out of all weeks, besides the guys getting yardage, I ended up getting the field goal kickers right. And like I said, I ended up with a flex play on that Thursday joint. So, it is what it is. But now, let's get to what we are here for today. My favorite sport to play on Prize Picks. And it is this right here, fellas. It is NHL hockey. The shot on goal props are back. But look at that lower right-hand corner. As you can see, when this opened up, I jumped on these early. Barely any of these people right now have that prop up or the same numbers at all. I was able to get Jad McCann, Carlson, Braden Point, and even Josi at 3.5. When they first opened up, it was mainly the Tampa Bay Nashville game with a couple people from Pittsburgh, but they had a lot of people at a flat number. So pretty much, as you can see, I got everybody here before everything either moved up to 3. Josi was taken down for about 4 days, and then they moved him down to 3.0. So let's take a look at the board. Let's take a look at the board and see what we can find, or what I feel helps you guys for any good value today in the hockey streets. When it comes to points, not really doing that. Vegas has some injuries in their defensive lines, but they don't have none of those guys up smartly. So, Shea Theodore could be a good over because there's a lot of the guys underneath that are pretty much hurt. So Shea Theodore's 21.5 could be 22, 23. But when it comes to that, I mainly stick with shots on goals and assists. So right now, before anything, shots on goals, assists, I definitely like Sidney Crosby to get an assist. There's narrative in this game. Chicago, the team that beat them last year and knocked them out the playoffs. They needed to win that last game, and Chicago pretty much knocked them out the playoffs. So I think there's narrative. There's probably even narrative for Crosby to even shoot a little more. But Crosby on the front line, yes, they did get kind of bedarded, but Chicago did not do much else. That's still a bad defense. They're still going to be having penalties. So Sidney Crosby has multiple opportunities to get the assist on a power play or on natural 5-on-5 play. So if there's a play that I do like that. I consider that an A pick. When it comes to the shots on goal, Kucherov is aggressive. He'll be on the power play. Nashville was top 10 in minutes. Both of these teams were pretty much top 10 in penalty minutes. So guys will be getting extra shots to get a shot on goal. But obviously with the more talented and, it's a beginning of the season, fresh leg Carolina team, you should definitely have the opportunity to hit Kucherov's 3.5. At the same time, we could also look at Roman Josi. That looks like the safest push on the board. Roman Josi down to 3. Like I said, they took him off and he's at 3. So Roman Josi right now. Kucherov is still a nice bet. I don't consider that. It's still a good prop. I just don't think it's as solid as it was before. Because if Kucherov does fall short, he was at 3. They moved that prop up. But Roman Josi's also a good prop. He's always a good prop, especially at that point. When you have other people here, like I said, they added some of the role plays in the middle of the lines. I was hopefully looking for Erik Karlsson. He's going to be on the power play against Chicago. He's still a solid pick. He's still the same the way he was, so I like him as a pick. Malkin also. I was hoping for them to have Gensel here, but Gensel, who plays on the top line with Sidney Crosby, he's a pure game time decision with an ankle injury. So until it's somewhat confirmed, that's something that Prize Pick might put up 1 hour before the game. But right now, he's still not official to play. So I don't think Jake Gensel will be there. So with no Jake Gensel, I think you could look. Taylor Hall is now a safer pick. Because if Gensel's not there, that's more ice time on the second line for Taylor Hall. He was 2.5. Somebody I really don't trust. But at 2, that could be a safe pick. He could get the extra minutes with no Jake Gensel. So just be on the lookout for that, for Taylor Hall. If he could get 2 shots on goal, then, it's a safe push. Like I said, Prize Picks is not the same as Sportsbook. Your card just goes down a bit because it's a wash. And then, of course, Pittsburgh's defense is not that great. So look for these guys to feed it to the top rookie, Connor Bedard. That's also a nice pick that you could do right there. On top of that, when it comes to Chicago, and they're going to play in the lower lines, if I'm not mistaken, Tyler Johnson is a solid. He has line 2 kind of talent, but Tyler Johnson does take the opportunity to shoot the puck, and if I'm not mistaken, he's definitely in the top 6. Yeah, he's with Louis Reichel and Taylor Radish. So, and I think Tyler does get some power play minutes. Yes, he's on the top power play with Connor Bedard and Radish. So, Tyler Johnson is also another number 2 pick, 2-shot prop pick that I like. I've picked him in the past before. Tyler does take the opportunity to get his minutes. He does what he can in his 15 to 16, maybe even 17 minutes that he gets of ice time. So there's a lot of people that I kind of like here. Here's the thing with Matty Beniers, if you don't really follow hockey like that. He is your pure setup kind of guy. Matty Beniers is somebody that you could safely take the under. He has his games where he does shoot, but Matty Beniers is a pass first, pass second because he plays with one of the guys that I have. He plays with one of the guys that I have on his line as a prop in Jared McCann. Jared McCann plays on the same line as him. So Beniers, even at a 3 now, since Jared McCann's prop did get moved up, Jared McCann is definitely still viable to get 4 shots because Beniers passes so much. But when it comes to Beniers himself, Matty Beniers is definitely good for a under on his prop. He has his days where he will feel like shooting. He has his days, but as you can see, towards the end of last season, especially in the playoffs, he does not shoot. He's not a shooter. He doesn't like to shoot. He's more of a facilitator. And then when it comes to over here in Seattle, like I said, Jack Eichel, but obviously the strongest one that I like is Marcia Slow. Actually, Marcia Slow is one of my favorite players. I do like the 3.0 prop. The Mark Stone and the Bjorkstrand prop are definitely a couple of my favorites because of the fact that, like I said, there's a hook there that you have to get over. Everything else is push possible, most likely. But Bjorkstrand, he's a shooter and then plays the third line. Vegas likes to top match, so the first line will go against their top line. Does that mean bad for Jared McCann? Yes, in a way, but I'm glad I got the 2.5, where 3 shots will get me the win instead of him battling for 3 shots to at least push. So that means McCann will go against Marcia Slow, Eichel, Barbashev, because Vegas likes the hard match. But even the good defensive teams, as you get lower and lower, Bjorkstrand is a line 3 guy, which means more than likely he'll be playing the bottom 6. I like Bjorkstrand's 2.5 prop as well. Mark Stone, he gets power play minutes, so look for him as a strong 2.5 point play. But I already have my cards set from days ago. But from what these are set, I still like Jared McCann at 3. It could be a safe push. They kept Carlson at 2.5. He's playing on the power play as well with Chris Letang. One of the few rare combinations that Chris Letang, that 2 defensemen are on the power play. But I think Letang will play more of a setup while Carlson plays more of the shooter. Braden Point at 2.5. And like I said, take Roman Josi at 3. Take him at 3. The offense runs through him. There's no more, they still got Forsberg, but there's no more Matt Duchene. And there's a couple other guys that left. But the offense runs through Josi. Josi is probably the safest push on this card, and with the high probability of getting over what is currently now 3. As you can see, I did this October 2nd. I was waiting for these props to drop, and I caught this at 3.5 comfortably. So if he gets 3, you guys push, I lose. So that's pretty much what I got here. So for you guys, what do I like here? Okay, so yeah, that would be definitely, I would go Bjorkstrand over because he's going to play the bottom 6 of Vegas. Mark Stone for 2.5 over. I'm playing the percentages because obviously I want the win. I don't want the possibility to push. Kucherov, 3.5. It's a bit high. I still like Josi at 3 because he can go over that. And if you want, Ryan O'Reilly is the same way, but he just has the tendency to shoot more than he's the same center as He's the same center as Matty Beniers. They're pretty much the same guy. Ryan O'Reilly has a tendency to shoot more, but that could be a push or an under against Tampa Bay. Anything else? If I had a grade 3 prop, do I have 3 up there? Yeah, that would be my 3 right there. I think so. And then for a wild card pick that I do like I said, Pittsburgh's defense is not all the way there. So you could go with Anthony C or Tyler Johnson. Just a bunch of young kids or whatever. Tyler, seasoned vet, definitely knows more what he's doing. Andres is all about the volume. Fast volume skater, formerly with Los Angeles Kings a couple years ago. Once he settled in, Anthony C was crushing his prop. He's a shooter. So that's another prop you could like. He's a shooter. That's exactly what he does. So Anthony C and Tyler Johnson. So if anything, would I do a power? This would be actually a nice flex play. That's actually a nice flex play. I think I could take that. Because like I said, if there was one person that I was waiting for was Gensel, but Gensel was not cleared. So you know what? Since I actually talked myself into this, Bjorkstrand at the bottom. Let me see here. You know what, fellas? I think I'm about to put in my third card. I really think I'm about to put in my third card. You know what? Just for tonight, it's fun. Why the hell not? You know what? I think, or should I just take the Bjorkstrand one off? And, should I take Bjorkstrand off? If there's anything here that I'll be nervous about, it'll be Bjorkstrand, because that's literally on the edge right there. Because Bjorkstrand is always good for 2, but he could get 3. I like Mark Stone. You know what? Go hard or go home. So I'll take Bjorkstrand out. Keep Anthony C, Tyler Johnson, Josi. I'll keep Stone. I think I'll keep Stone. And you know what? Since they still are a top 10 penalty team, I'm gonna say, you know what? I'm gonna go for it. I'll still take them. Go hard, go home. I'm gonna go Kucherov. There you go. So I got Stone, Josi, Anthony C, Tyler Johnson. Even though picking 2 Chicago guys does make me nervous with Connor Bedard, but I like Tyler Johnson because he's not on Connor Bedard's line. Like I said, Anthony C, I think plays the top line. No, Anthony. Oh, that's even better. Anthony C was a third liner. Okay, so yeah, that's even better. He plays the third line, so he's gonna play Pittsburgh depth. So more than likely, that's a good matchup for him. Even though he's on the road, they'll get the last line change because most of the time you're gonna probably see the top 6 go against the bottom 6. But Pittsburgh is not the spring chicken like they are. They're still trying to hold on to the talented yet some semi-aged veterans that they have to make that playoff push. And I think my card here is actually fine. I like the 3.5 Kucherov because, like I said, the power play opportunity. Like I said, you got 2 teams in there that's power play active. That's why Josi being the captain, being the power play quarterback, that's why having him there is going to be good at 3 or 3.5. And Kucherov should have the ability to get that 3.5. So you know what? I'll flex this. I will flex this. So Mark Stone, Roman Josi, Anthony C, Tyler Johnson, and Kucherov. I'll put this one in for you guys today. And we will go $30. And there we go. Hopefully all 5 hit for 300. Place entry. Okay, guys. So that's it. So I got 3 cards on for tonight. This is the one I just did in front of y'all just now. And then, of course, like I said, these plays are a lot different. So I'm really happy about this one. And just to back it up, just in case I power played it and I flex played it. Sometimes that's how I double my money when I feel strong about it. Just in case one pooped me out. But when both hit, hey, it's better for me. So, not really going to talk about these because the props are different. But this is what I like here. That's definitely what I like here. If anything, would I be nervous about having 2 Chicago players on the card? But like I said, they should have the matchup and the opportunities to do so. and we'll just see how it goes. So good luck today. From here on out, I'll be working on getting the week 1 preview set up, and I'm playing at least 40 entries in today's opening day NHL contest. So I'll be busy with that. So once that's out the way, football research will be coming up on Grade A Fantasy, and Grade A Prize Picks will also be coming up soon for the football week coming up. I will try my best to keep up with NHL props. Like I said, during the week it's a little busy, plus I work and everything, but I'll do my best to try and keep you guys notified. But this is Grade A Fantasy with Grade A Picks on Prize Picks. Good luck today in the opening day of the NHL, and I'm signing off.